We're focusing on your irons, and you've told us that your main issue is strike related, and more specifically, you tend to hit the ball out the heel of the club. Now it's best to think of the solution to this as skill based as opposed to being a technical issue. And what we mean by that is there's no need to rebuild the golf swing or even change a major aspect of it. All we're trying to do is improve one of your skills during the golf swing. And that skill is controlling how far away from you the club is going to be at impact. So if we look a little bit closer at impact, setting up out the middle of the club and then wanting to hit the ball out the heel, we would have to push this club away from us. So we're increasing the distance between us and the club from setup to impact. If we look at the opposite, which would be a toe strike, we set up out the middle and we want to hit it out the toe, we would have to move this club closer to us. So if the gap decreases, we get a toe strike. So obviously it's your ability to control how far away from you the club is at impact that will give you the ability to strike the middle of the face consistently. So with our practice, first thing we'd like to do is have feedback. We've got a tee here just outside the golf ball. If we place the club with the ball lined up in the heel, which is where you generally strike it, the toe of the club will knock the tee away. On the other hand, if you get a centered strike or a toe strike, the tee will remain. So when we're practicing, it's as much about leaving the tee as it is about hitting the golf ball. So how are we going to do this? Take our setup, middle of the club face, and then make a practice move where you go to the top of the swing and back to impact, but pause. And you want to feel that you've lined up the ball with the toe of the club when you arrive at impact, which of course means you've got the club closer to you. And this is going to be the key feeling of your golf swing. You want to feel that you close the gap between you and the club from setup to impact. Now obviously if we exaggerate it this much, we are going to hit it out the toe, and to be honest, that's fine to begin with. If you hit it out the toe, it shows that the improvement you're trying to make is working, it's just slightly exaggerated, and you can ease back off of that feeling. So again, take your setup, middle of the club face, and then rehearse coming back to the toe, up to the top, down to impact, line it up with the toe. And if that feels doable, it's time to hit a shot. Again, we've got the tee to tell us whether we're doing it correctly or not. If we strike the ball and leave the tee, we've done a pretty good job. So set up in the middle and then feel like we're going to hit the ball towards the toe. And we're closing the gap between us and the club.